Hi, welcome back. We're going to walk through some more features of our new PourCast product. We're going to discuss how to now share your menu and specials through three different methods. We now can, as always, we can share your menu on your TV screens through your Chromecast. You can share your menus on your website. And finally, we'll discuss the options to print your menus. So let's start the first thing, right, with sharing your menu on your TV. And we're going to go ahead and select on your TV. The first thing we're going to do is choose a template. Currently, we have just one SteadyServe Classic, just one option for templates. Please be on the watch. We will be adding to these in the future. And we're going to go ahead and select that. One of the great things here is that we now have a preview pane to see what your menu is going to look like on your televisions. So we can change what preview menu we're looking at, right? We can edit our menus from there. If you have multiple menus that you've created, there will be a drop down here to choose which menu. So let's take a look. Let's just start here at our layout. We can change the number of columns per slide. Right now it defaults to 2. We can make that between 1, 2, or 3. Any changes that you make in the display options will immediately get updated and shown in your preview pane. So maybe we want to do 1 column. And we'll see that our preview will load, and we'll now see 1 column of beer for our menu, and it's now separated it out to 2 screens. We can even rotate our signs now. If we now can make our digital menu for our televisions show in horizontal mode or vertical. So here's what this would look like vertically. Just for our training purpose today, we'll go back to the horizontal, make it a little bit easier to see. So we can change how long the speed in between page changes. So right now we're at 10 seconds. Let's go ahead and make that 2. And our preview will update. And now what we'll see is we'll go from this slide to the next one, which will have our local craft beer on it. We can also change the animation in between. So right now it's at fade. We can change that to scroll if we'd like, and this will update our preview. And we'll see that instead of fading out between one and the other, it will scroll in between the 2 slides. In the theme section, we can add our logo. We can drag and drop the file, or we can select a file if you have one on your computer. This will add your logo down here in the bottom left corner. And it'll show up on all your slides. We can also change here our background. We can do a black chalkboard, green chalkboard, blue chalkboard, violet chalkboard, or we can just use a solid color for the background if that's what you would prefer. So there we are on that one. We can even change our font. So let's go ahead and just play around here and change the font type. We have created the new PourCast to be completely customizable. Almost everything on the screen you can edit or change to your heart's content. After theme, just going down here, we're at our sections. So this is going to be our section headers. So local craft beer on draft, craft beer from your city. That's our section header. We can change that text color. We can turn the section headers on or off. Maybe for the TVs, you do not wish to have the section headers. So we can turn those off completely, and as you see, because this is all dynamic as to how much space is available on the screen, instead of being on 2 slides, we're now just on 1. But let's go ahead and just turn our section headers back on. We can change the text color and the text size. We have the small, smaller, normal, larger, larger. And that is completely up to you and how you want it to look on your TVs. We can turn on or off showing the description. So if you haven't added a description, obviously there's nothing to display. In our case, we have added the description, so it's there. But let's go ahead and just turn those off for now, just to see what it looks like. If it's turned on, we can change the text color, and we can also change the text size. After sections, we have product displays. And the first thing we're looking at, so this is this row of information, is which icon should be shown. So out to the left, we have an icon. Right now, it's defaulted onto product logo. We have a couple of options. We can show the product logo, the brewery and producer logo, keg levels, if you are using the iKeg Plus scales. You can choose the beer color, or you can turn that image off altogether. I personally really just like the brewery and producer logo. So that's going to update, load our preview again, and we see that we have the Great Lakes logo here for the blonde ale. We still just have the beer mug. This is just the beer that we created in a previous video. And then when we get to the next slide, we'll see the Sun King logo for the Sun King beer that's on tap. We can change the text size of the product name. So where it says Lightkeeper Blonde Ale, we can change that if we'd like. We can even change the text color. So maybe for your bar, you have certain colors that you always use for things. You could choose those. Maybe you use this kind of purple color. And our preview will reload. And so now we see that our products are in that purple color. The product attributes. So this is where we have the brewery, like here it says Sun King, the style, the ABV, and the IBUs. We can change how large or small those are. Maybe we want those to be a little bit larger. We can change the text color of those same attributes. We're going to go ahead and leave those as white. We can turn on or off the option of showing a number next to each item. So if we turn that on, our preview will refresh. And now we have a 1, 2, and a 3 next to our 3 items on our menu. I'm going to turn that back off. We can decide if we want to show the producer's name, the product style, the ABV, and the IBU. We can turn all of those options on or off. So it's the product, the producer's name, the style, the ABV, and the IBU. We can change the background color of those rows. We can change the border color that's there. We can hide any products that have gotten added to our menu that don't have a serving size. So I think that's all. We're going to mess with that section there. Serving info display is how your serving info, your serving sizes are displayed on the menu. So right now the default is in a grid to the right of the product. So each one product is in a little square to itself. So there's a picture, how much it costs, and how many ounces it is. In our options, we have a grid below the product, which will look very similar to this, except this will be beneath the product. Rows to the right of the product, rows below the product, or we can even turn off the serving sizes. So let's look at what rows below the product looks like. All right, I like that. So we see that we have on this slide the Sun King beer. It's available in a 16 ounce and a 64 ounce. It's $5 or $12.50. We can change the text size of this. If we want that to look a little bit larger, we can. And we can change the text color. It's a little bit larger. We can read that a little bit better. We then have the options to turn off showing the glass serving sizes, growlers, pitchers, bottles, cans, or packages. So maybe you've added to your menu growlers. and you use that on your print menu, but you don't want to display that on your TVs, you have the option of turning that on or off just for your TV menu. How should the serving sizes be shown? So the default is 16 ounce there. We can make that say the serving size name, which would be the ounces and the glassware or whatever you've named it. The glassware only, or we can actually turn that off altogether. So if we do the serving size name, we'll see this update again. And my guess is it didn't update anything. We didn't add a different name for our products. We can also have the option to update the price. So the standard price is with the cents added. We can turn that off, or we can turn off the price altogether. If we show the short price, what we'll see is that we had a couple of products that were, I think our pitchers are $12.50. So we'll see that it just drops to 0 at the end. I personally prefer the standard price, so let's just go ahead and turn those back on. So we have updated our serving info display to look the way we want it to look. Items on special. So we can now add some information about our specials. If we in the other video, we talked about creating a special, and in that example, we created a pint special that was good on Thursdays from 3 to 5 p.m. Right now, it is not Thursday, and it's not 3 to 5 p.m. We can specify a date and time to view our menu at. So we can actually say, I want to see what my menu will look like tomorrow at 3:03 p.m. And our preview will load, and we see that it's changed a little bit now. We have products that are on special because we have our specials turned on. So let's talk about the different things we see here. We have a badge color. We have a badge that indicates this product is on sale. So that badge color we can change. Maybe we want that to be blue. And maybe instead of saying sale, we want this to say special. So now we see that our badge has updated and says that it is on special, and has even reduced the price the correct percent. We can change the background of these items if we like, since they're on special. We can change the border colors. We can change the text color of product names that are on special. Maybe you don't want it to change, so you could go back to that same color that we had in our product display. Or maybe you just don't like that yellow color and you want to make it green. And so now we'll load a new preview, which should show our product names green with our blue special badge. You can change the text color of the attributes. You can change the text color of the serving sizes that are on special. All of our products had a serving size that the special applies to. If you didn't have any products that applied, then they would just stay what you had set them up as in the product display. Something else that's really fun, in your specials section, you can add emojis. So we can actually show you what that looks like. Right. So I'm on my MacBook. If we add an emoji, and maybe we want to add a dollar sign, a little money flying, we can go through all of our emojis and find the emoji you wish to use. Okay. So we're going to add the little dollar sign to the end of our badge. We could even make just the emoji our badge. And we will update again, and so now it's there. It's a little hard to see. That's probably not the best emoji to use. My thought is that this will be really fun when you start getting into around holidays and around special events. You could use hearts for Valentine's Day or clovers for St. Patrick's Day. Finally, the last thing on the menu that we can update for our televisions is our ticker option. And our ticker is down here at the bottom of our TV. We can turn this ticker on or off. If we turn it off, we're just going to have more real estate on the screen for our menu. But let's go ahead and look at some of the different things we can do. So the first thing that will always display on our ticker is our specials. And we have a couple of ways that can display. Title and description, title only or description only. So if we haven't set up a description, we really can't use these two. But we did set up a description in that previous training video. So let's go ahead just with the description only. And it'll say specials, 50% off all pints every Thursday, 3 to 5. Our ticker will scroll. We can change the time that it takes to scroll. I think 3 seconds is as quick as it will go. We can do a scroll or a fade down there on the ticker menu. We can add additional content to our ticker. So we could add maybe other things that are happening in our establishment. Trivia night, Mondays, 6 to 9 p.m. And if we hit enter, then we can add additional messages. We could say, buy one, get one, half off, well drinks, right? Tuesdays, 6 to 9. That's probably more of a special, but maybe not. Maybe you just want to run that there. You can add as many of these as you would like. And maybe we'll add one more that says new spring hours, Wednesdays, 11 to 11. Right, so we've added 3 separate lines of information. And the ones that have ran down to 2 lines will still show up in the correct section. I kind of skipped it, but we can change here's our ticker label, specials. So you could make this say whatever you wanted. Again, you could change it with the holidays or with events at your bar. You can also use an emoji for that. So we could pull up our little emoji thing again, and maybe we want to use the bunny rabbit for Easter. It was just Easter here a couple days ago. And now our ticker label is the little bunny rabbit. Our preview will update, and it's a little rabbit. So there's a lot of fun things you can do here with your TV. Once you've gone through and customized this to be exactly what you want your menu to look like, you can go ahead and save it. And we're going to update our display options. And then we can go ahead and send it to your TV. So when you click the send to your TV, any Chromecast that you're connected to the same network should show up here for you to send. I obviously don't have any connected to mine at the moment, so I can't send mine. That is all you need to do to connect and share your new menu and specials on your television in your establishment. As always, if you have any questions, please call us at 1-800-257-6898. Extension 2, or option 2, is for client success. You can also email support@steadyserve.com. There is one more video that will walk you through creating the menu for your website, and for your to be able to print your menu in your establishment.